at the end, and you can stay and ask any questions or talk to me. I'd love to talk to you. I'm going to read the waiver and then we're going to go ahead and get started. In order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you move nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or class involves lying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination, follow the healthcare advice of your provider before participating. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started in child's pose. So bringing your big toes together, knees wide, really melting your chest down towards your mat. Just cutting into your breath here, releasing your day. Spreading those fingertips wide. Feeling those inhales and exhales. Expand your body 360 degrees around your diaphragm, your belly, your back, and then contract on your exhales. Trying to move that breath down from your shoulders into your lower belly. Remembering that at any point throughout class, you can always come back to this pose, child's pose, and reconnect with your breath. Especially on Zoom, no one can see you, so you can do whatever you would like. Taking one more deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Walking both hands over towards the right, pressing that left hand on top of your right hand, stretching out your side body here. Coming back to center, going over towards the left, pressing that right hand on top of your left hand. Coming back to center, leaving your hands and your knees exactly where they are. Just coming forward to swan. So bringing your hips down, rolling your shoulders back. Bring your feet up behind you. Imagine they could somehow touch your head, really opening up your back and your hip flexors here. Then coming back to child's pose. Good. Inhale, forward swan. Exhale, child's pose. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhaling forward. And exhaling back. This time coming up to that tabletop, spreading your fingertips wide, having your wrists right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. Really pulling that core up and in, keeping it super engaged throughout class today, originating all our movements from our core. Then start to drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, look up towards the sky for cow. And exhale into cat, looking towards your thighs, rounding your spine. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to that neutral spine, we're going to spin onto our left hand and left knee, extending our right hand up towards the sky and our right leg out. So you're in kind of a modified side plank position here. You can also extend that arm over your head, feeling that stretch in your side body if you would like to. From here, we're going to come up onto that knee to gate pose, stretching down over that right leg. You can reach over your head with that left hand this time if you would like. Then coming down to that modified side plank, bringing your arm up and over your head. Coming back up to that gate pose, stretching over your leg. One more time of that, coming down to side plank, Back up to gate, stretch down. Good, coming back to that side plank. Staying here, maybe lifting that extended leg up off the ground and extend your arm away so you're making one straight line. From here, we're going to bring our elbow to our knee. So crunch that right elbow to your right knee and extend out long. Good, crunch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch it in. We're going to keep going like that for just a few more, warming up our core, our glute muscles, our shoulder. Let's do 2 more of these. Come back to that extension and bring your hand and knee back down to the ground. We're going to go to the other side. Our right arm is down this time and our left arm is shooting up towards the ceiling. You can then extend that left arm up and over your head if you would like to, feeling more of a stretch. And coming up to gate, stretching down over that left leg. And coming back down to that modified side plank. Back to gate, stretching over your leg. And back to side plank. Last time, stretching into that gate pose. And coming to that modified side plank, pausing here, lifting that left leg this time off the ground. Then start to crunch your elbow to your knee. Then extend out. Good. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend. Keep going at your own pace. Let's take 2 more. Last one. Extending back out and then coming back to tabletop. Tucking your toes under and pressing back to downward facing dog, pedaling out your feet here. Trying to keep rolling your shoulders away from your ears, even when you're in poses like downward facing dog and your ears kind of naturally want to go up a little bit. Your shoulders want to go up a little bit. Try to keep them down. And then look forward towards your hands. Start to walk your feet up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down over your legs, bending your knees, grabbing onto opposite elbows. You can sway side to side here. Nod your head yes and no. Releasing any tension from your spine and your neck here. And then releasing that bind. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. 1 vertebrae at a time, slowly coming up to standing. When you get to the top, inhale your arms out and up. Then tip over towards the right, bringing that right arm to your right leg. Good, inhale up. Exhale over to the left, stretching out your side body a lot today. Coming back up to center and then bringing your hands to heart center. Closing your eyes here. Feeling your feet connected to the earth. That micro bend in your knees. Feeling your core pulling up and in, giving you strength. Rolling those shoulders back. Relaxing your face. Relaxing your jaw and your eyes. Notice the difference in your body here between now and when we started class just a few minutes ago. Really thank yourself for making this difference. Slowly start to open your eyes. Inhale your arms out and up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, stepping back to plank, holding here. You can always bring your knees down to the ground or keep them lifted, pressing the ground away either way, pressing into your pointer finger and your thumb. Really building strength here. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down to the ground. And then with your elbows hugging in towards your body, lower your body all the way to the ground as well. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra, whichever feels better to you. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Looking forward towards your hands, bring that right foot forward to the front of your mat. Coming into runner's lunge, so that back knee is lifted off the ground. You can always put it down if that feels more comfortable to you. You can kind of rock back and forth a little bit. And try to roll your shoulders back, looking forward. And then exhale, straighten both your legs coming into pyramid. Try not to adjust your back foot just yet. On an inhale, coming forward to runner's lunge. Exhale, straighten both legs, pyramid. Good, inhale forward. Exhale back to pyramid. Now adjusting that back foot to wherever you would like to. It can step up and in a little bit, maybe out to the side so you have a little bit better balance. Just pausing in pyramid here. Again, you can nod your head yes and no. Anytime you're in a forward fold, it's kind of nice to do that, just releasing any tension that might be building up in your neck. Really trying to square your hips here by pulling that right hip back and pressing your left hip forward. Then bending that front knee, look forward towards the front of your mat. Step your left foot up to meet your right foot, and then step your right foot back to runner's lunge, switching sides. Making sure that your hands are on either side of your front foot. Your back knee is lifted off the ground. Rolling those shoulders back. Try to imagine you're bringing your heart like through your arms. You can rock back and forth a little. Taking an inhale. Exhale back to pyramid, straightening your legs. Good, inhale, forward runner's lunge. Exhale back to pyramid. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale forward. And exhale back, adjusting that back foot to wherever you feel comfortable. Trying to square those hips. Feeling that nice stretch on the back of your left leg. Looking forward towards the front of your mat, start to bring that back foot up to meet your front foot for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring your arms all the way out and up. Exhale, fold right back down. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank, holding here. And then coming to side plank with that left arm down and your right arm up, pressing your hips up to the sky. You can always bring that bottom knee to the ground or step that top foot in front of you. Taking another breath in here. Exhale, back to plank. Going straight to the other side, you got it. Bringing that left arm up towards the ceiling this time. Pressing your hips up. You can always stagger your feet or stack them, or do any of those knee variations. Holding for 1 more inhale. Exhale back to plank and press straight back to downward facing dog. Trying to press your chest a little further back towards your thighs here. And then inhale that right leg up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah pose. Good, inhale, extend that leg. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Good, inhale, extend that leg 1 more time. Stepping it through in between your hands, opening up to warrior 2. So bending that front knee right over your front ankle. Making sure that when you look towards your front big toe, you can see your big toe and not your pinky toe. So you want your knee to go out to the outside of your body instead of caving in. Then reverse your warrior. Bring that back hand to your back leg. Coming forward to side angle with your forearm on your thigh. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. One more time, inhale. Exhale, coming forward to side angle. Pausing here for a second. Maybe bending deeper into that front knee. From here, we're going to come into half moon. So we're going to bring that right hand down in front of our right foot. We're going to step that back foot in until you can start to lift it up, parallel towards the ground. You want your body open towards the side of the room. You can look down for balance, or you can look up for more of a challenge. Trying to get that back leg parallel to the ground. Taking one more breath in here. Exhale, gently land back in warrior two. Bring both your hands down to the ground, stepping back to three-legged plank so that right leg is lifted. Either keep it lifted or lower it down for chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking one breath in here. One deep breath out. Lifting that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah pose. Good, inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Good, inhale, one more time. Exhale, stepping that leg through your hands. Inhaling up to warrior two. Nice and strong, shooting energy out of your fingertips here. Bending a little deeper into your front knee, making sure you can see that front big toe. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, come forward to side angle. Good, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Last time, inhale. And exhale, coming forward to side angle, pausing here. Feeling that strength in your legs, the stretch in between your ribs. Pausing here for one deep inhale. And exhale it all out. Coming into half moon, looking forward right beyond your left foot. Then start to bring your left hand down to the ground, stepping your right foot in, and bring it up off the ground, parallel to your mat. The balance is super tricky here. Try to flex your back foot. Keep a little micro bend in your standing leg. Taking one more breath in here. Exhale back to warrior two, soft landing. Pausing here. And then bringing both your hands down to the ground, stepping back to three-legged plank. Keep that leg lifted or lower it down for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet here. Good, and then coming down to a tabletop pose. Leaving your hips and your knees exactly where they are. Start to walk your hands forward into happy puppy. Bringing your forehead down to the ground. So your hips should be right above your knees. You're pressing your shoulders down towards the mat. Spreading those fingertips wide. Just releasing here. Taking one more breath in. One more breath out. Walking both hands back into that tabletop. And we're going to do a little bit of a glute workout here, super quick though. We're going to bring that right leg out to a fire hydrant. So make sure that it's coming straight out to a 90-degree angle from your leg. Bring it back down, and then we're going to cross it over. So bringing that right knee across our left leg, tapping it down to the mat. You're going to bring it out to the side for a fire hydrant. And you're going to tap it down and bring it back out. This is not only good for your glutes, but it's also good for your obliques, especially that we're crossing our body. Just 3 more of these. Last 2. Last 1. Releasing that knee down, taking a little break here. And then extending that right leg back behind us, lifting that leg up as high as it can go, and then just bringing it back parallel to the ground. And lift it up high, parallel to the ground. Trying not to arch your back too much. It's going to arch a little bit because you're lifting your leg up, but try to keep it pretty controlled. You can always come up to gorilla fists, so onto your knuckles, or you can come down onto your forearms. Whatever feels best to you. We're going to keep going for 3, 2, 1. Releasing that knee, taking a little break. We just have one more exercise on this leg, and then we're already to the other leg. We're going to crunch that right knee to our right elbow and bring it across to your left elbow. Then shoot it back behind you. Good. Crunch it in. Tap right, tap left, extend back. Tap right, tap left, and back. Try to exhale when you crunch your knee in, and inhale when you extend your leg back. If that feels bad for you, just try to maintain a regular breath pace. It doesn't really matter what you do on each movement. Let's do 2 more of these. Last one. Releasing that knee down, going straight to the other side. So that left leg lifts up for a fire hydrant and comes down, crosses over that right leg and taps the ground. Good. Inhale up, fire hydrant. Exhale, tap down. Remembering those hand variations, making sure that you're always protecting your wrist. Feeling how your obliques engage when you lift that leg out to the side. Feeling that side hip in your standing leg, really working to stabilize your body here. Let's take 2 more. Last one. Taking a little break, bringing that knee down, coming back to that good form. Then extending that left leg straight back behind you. Lift it up, lower down, just to parallel, not all the way down. It's a little bit of an extra challenge to keep that leg lifted the entire time. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down. We're already to our last exercise on this leg. Tap that left knee to your left elbow, then to your right elbow, then extend it back behind you. Good. Tap, tap, extend. Again, trying not to arch your back more than is necessary. You just want to protect those lower vertebrae. Let's take 3 more rounds of this. Last one. Replacing your knees back down on the ground, flipping that right hand over so your fingertips face your left hand, then leaning over towards the left, stretching out that wrist here. Coming back up to center, touch every fingertip to your thumb one by one. And shake that wrist out. Replace it back down on the ground, switching sides. Your left palm faces the ceiling and your fingers face your right hand. Then lean over towards the right. Coming back up to center, touch every fingertip to your thumb. Then go back the other way. Shaking out that wrist here. Replacing your hand back down on the ground. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Looking forward towards your hands, stepping that right foot forward, coming up to high crescent lunge this time. So your back knee is lifted off the ground. You can always have your hands at heart center, or you can extend your arms up over your head. From here, bringing your hands to heart center if they're not there already. Start to gently lower your back knee to the ground, leaning forward, twisting over that right leg. So you're bringing your left arm across your right leg, pressing your hands towards heart center to twist deeper. Taking one more breath in here. One more breath out. Bringing your hands down inside of your front foot, coming into lizard here. You can stay just like this. If you stay up on your hands, try to keep hugging that knee in towards your arm. If you'd like to go further today, flex your right foot and then bring your right knee out to the side. If you want to go further than this, bring your forearms down to the ground. Still making sure you're really flexing that right foot to protect your knee. If you want to go further than this, bring that left arm to a diagonal across your mat so you can balance on just that arm. Then extend that right arm behind you for a twist. Lastly, if you would like to, you can bend that back knee and grab onto your foot for a more intense quad stretch here. Taking one more breath in. Exhale, releasing all your binds, coming back up to that lizard. Then we're going to scoop that right foot across for pigeon. So your right foot goes to the left side of your mat. Your right knee is at your right wrist. Staying up at first, really rolling those shoulders back. Feeling how you feel the stretch more in that left hip flexor. Then start to fold down to wherever you feel comfortable. Maybe your forearms. Maybe make a little pillow with your hands and put your head on your arms. And then feel how you feel this stretch more in your outer hip. Make sure you're really flexing that right foot. Again, it helps protect your knee by engaging the tendon that runs from your ankle to your knee. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. When you're ready, start to press yourself back up, tucking your back toes under, and then shooting that right leg up for three-legged dog. Releasing that leg down, looking forward towards your hands, stepping your left foot forward this time for high crescent lunge. Making sure your back heel is off the mat here. And bring your hands to heart center. Slowly lower that back knee down to the ground. Leaning forward, bringing that right arm across our left thigh for a twist. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands down inside of that front foot, coming into lizard on this side. Again, you can stay here and keep hugging that left knee in towards your left arm. That's a really great stretch, actually. If you'd like to go further, you can flex that left foot and bring your left knee out to the side. Then maybe come down to your forearms. Maybe bring that right arm to a diagonal and then extend that left arm behind you for a twist. And then maybe bend that back knee, grabbing onto your foot, coming into a quad stretch here. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale it all out, releasing your binds, coming back up to your hands. And then scooting that left foot across towards the right for a pigeon. You can go anywhere that is comfortable to you. Making sure that your left knee is at your left wrist, so it's a little bit outside the line of your hip. Staying up at first, rolling your shoulders back. And then if you would like to, you can come down to your forearms or come down to your mat. Taking one last deep breath in. Exhale it all out. And then pressing yourself back up onto your hands, tucking that back toes under, extending your left leg up for three-legged dog, and releasing that leg down. We're going to walk all the way forward to the top of our mat, coming down onto our knees, and maybe sitting in between your knees. If that's not comfortable to you, in between your feet. Good luck sitting in between your knees. If that's not comfortable, you can sit on your heels. But if this is comfortable, it's hero's pose. It's really good for stretching out your hip flexors. Really roll your shoulders back, sit up nice and tall. Then you can stay here, or you can start to come back a little bit, maybe just back onto your hands. Maybe you come down onto your forearms, or maybe you lie all the way down. If you're all the way down on your mat, extend your arms over your head. Wherever you are, just releasing here. Coming back to your breath, feeling that 360-degree movement. Taking one more deep inhale, feeling yourself expand. Exhale, feel everything contract. If you're lying down, press yourself back up to a seat. And then however is comfortable to you, get out of that hero's pose. Bring your feet in front of you. And then one vertebrae at a time, coming down to your mat. You know we have to do a little bit of an ab workout, so that's what we're going to do now. Bringing your hands behind your head, interlacing your fingers, making sure your elbows are wide, lifting your shoulders off the ground, making sure that your knees are pointed up towards the ceiling and your feet are on the floor. We're going to start to crunch our right elbow to our left knee, coming back to center, placing that foot down on the ground, and coming to the other side, left elbow, right knee. Good, coming back to center. Keep going at your own pace. Super slow and controlled here. All your movements originating with muscle control and not momentum. Let's do one more on each side. Releasing down to your mat, taking a little break. Then coming back up, bringing your shoulders off the mat and your hands to your sides, touching alternate heels for heel touches or penguins. These are really good for your obliques. Try to really squeeze your core down towards the ground so you're connecting your lower back to the ground, making sure there's a space that an orange could fit in between your chin and your chest so you're not scrunching your neck. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Good, relaxing back down to your mat. Then extending your legs up towards the sky, flexing your feet towards your face. We're going to crunch up, touching our right arm to our left leg, anywhere on your leg. Try to get as high as you can. Coming back down to center, touching your left arm to your right leg. Coming back to center. Keep going like that, alternating sides here. Just 2 more on each side. Last one. Coming back down to center, releasing your neck. Maybe look from side to side, looking over your right shoulder and then over your left shoulder, releasing your neck. Last ab exercise here. Extend your arms over your head. Then you're going to bring your elbows and knees together. Do a reverse crunch to bring your knees through your arms. Then coming back out when you extend your arms over your head, trying to keep that lower back connected to the ground. Right, bring your arms up, knees through, coming back out. Right, so exhale, crunch everything in. Inhale, extend long. You're doing great. Let's take 5 more. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last one, hold the crunch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing out long. Release your arms and your legs out, taking up as much space as you would like to. Breathing into your abs here. And then hugging your knees into your chest, rocking side to side, releasing your back. Bringing your knees over towards the left, your arms out to a T, coming into a spinal twist. You can press down on your legs with your left hand and look over your right hand if you would like to. Coming back up to center when you're ready. Bringing your knees over towards the right, maybe pressing down on them with your right hand and extending your left arm out, following it with your gaze. Coming back up to center, stretching your legs up towards the sky. Start to point and flex your feet. Then take some ankle circles. Then switch directions. Bringing your feet back down to the mat with your feet together and your knees wide. Press your hands into your thighs. Imagine you're pressing your upper body away from your lower body, releasing your vertebrae. And then when you're ready, releasing that and extending your arms and your legs out on your mat. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Thanking yourself for making this time for your mind and your body today. Knowing that all your hard work is done and all you have to do here is relax in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms over your head for one final full body stretch. Hugging your knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Rolling over onto your right side. When you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat with your hands at heart center and your eyes closed. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me today. The light in my heart honors and cherishes the light inside of each and every one of yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much for coming to Yogalates. I hope you really liked it. This is definitely my favorite class to teach, so I love that you all come. And I'm going to stop the recording. If any of you want to stay and talk, I'd love to talk.